What's up, everybody? It's Make It Make Sense. And as we near Valentine's Day and you're feeling like you're alone, just remember you're alone because you want to be alone. Because even Shamar got another man. Shamar has been running through them. So there's somebody out there for everybody. Like the video as the intro plays. We got a lot to get into.
Make it make sense.
Make it make sense.
Bruh, make it make sense.
Make it make sense.
Make it make sense to me intellectually.
I did count reset back to zero.
Big moves.
Surfer.
Make it make sense. Tell me how you squeeze. Make it make sense. Tell me about the things that you say. Make it make sense. Tell me about the things of your dreams. Hey, let me work out all the things in between. Make it make sense. Tell me how you squeeze in them jeans. Make it make sense. Tell me about the things that you say. Make it make sense. Tell me about the things of your dreams. Hey, let me work out all the things in between. Make it make sense.
Hey, baby. You scared me.
Thank you for the belated birthday. Somebody was mad about the title. We will get into Nicki Minaj in a minute. Look. I fervently believe that everybody is allowed to express their constitutional right to vote for whomever you want. However, you can be a Nicki Minaj fan and still acknowledge that there is an issue with a quid pro quo relationship between the president and a pop star. That's a problem. And if you're not picking up on that, then we can't have a meeting of the minds. I guess we can start with Nicki. I don't want to start with Nicki. Let's do this real quick. Let's start with Amazon. We got to talk because it's starting to look like the Hunger Games. If you guys don't know, Amazon is laying off 16,000 people. Somebody posted this, and I said, we got to talk about it real quick. Amy K. Nelson says, Amazonians laid off to 16,000 Amazonians laid off today. No more paycheck, no more insurance, no more hard-earned stock grants. The layoffs were accidentally previewed by calendar invites sent in error. They called the operation Project Dawn, just like the Hunger Games. You are telling all of these thousands of employees that AI is going to ensure that we have a quicker distribution of products, but it is not going to replace human people. And yet you are having massive layoffs. Amazon has now laid off over 30,000 corporate execs since the fall. Almost all of the Fenway Park on a beautiful fall night erased from Amazon without a thought. Meanwhile, Jeff Bezos and Lauren Sanchez went to a fancy costume show and laughed the day away. I don't know, but it seems very tone deaf. Then again, all of this is the point. The social contract between companies and employees is dead, and they do not care one single bit. And don't worry, Amazon can still spend $60 million to make a documentary about Melania Trump. What? Y'all, they like, you got Amazon laying off, you have UPS laying off. Parcel delivery giant UPS says it will cut up to 30,000 jobs this year as it further reduces shipments for its biggest customer, Amazon. The world's largest package delivery company has been scaling back deliveries for the online retail giant, which it says are extraordinarily dilutive to its profit margins. UPS says the job cuts will be made through buyout offers to full-time drivers and by not replacing staff who leave the company voluntarily. At the same time, it reported earnings of 24.5 billion for the final 3 months of last year. It also forecasts a surprise increase in revenue to 89.7 billion for the year ahead. Last year, UPS said it would start to reduce its dependency on Amazon as part of a turnaround plan, which would see the company focus on more profitable customers like healthcare companies. It cut 48,000 jobs and closed 93 facilities in 2025 as it reduced Amazon's deliveries. UPS has said it will close another 24 facilities in the first half of this year. People should be worried. People definitely should be worried. Automation, although it is the wave of the future, people need to have work. Elon already told you that his idea is everybody have an electric car, everybody live very minimally, minus himself and all of his friends. And we need to live at we need to just live at the bare minimum and everybody have a cookie cutter life. These are the people who are calling the shots. You're going to lose Uber drivers soon because more and more companies will be having the, automated cars. You're going to lose delivery drivers because eventually they're going to be just automated trucks with a little chute that will take out the package. You come and get your package when the truck gets to your house. They are going to automate everything and they don't care. Kid you not. Let's move on to Minaj. At this point, we all saw Nicki Minaj with
How well did she do on stage with the president?
Thank you. I was very scared.
You look pretty good behind the seal, by the way.
Thank you.
I must admit, your competition, which really isn't competition, didn't really look good behind the seal when they were with Kamala Harris.
Oh.
Just saying. So, Nicki, look, presence, and by the way, how well did she do on stage with the president?
Thank you. I was very scared.
You look pretty good behind the seal, by the way.
Good to see you. Great. See, they forgot I was here now. They came in for
We still love you, Mr. President.
Where did that go fast? Good to see you. Great. See, they forgot I was here now.
Why is it so dark?
Hello. Well, I don't know what to say, but I will say that I am probably the president's #1 fan. And that's not going to change. And the hate or what people have to say, it does not affect me at all. It actually motivates me to support him more. And it's gonna motivate all of us to support him more. We're not going to let them get away with bullying him and, the smear campaigns. It's not going to work, okay? He has a lot of force behind him, and God is protecting him. Amen.
I have never heard her mention God and Christ so much. And I think what really agitates me about people who just call Nicki Minaj's husband a pedo is nobody is mentioning the fact that he's also a murderer. Let me see. I think he was convicted of what, manslaughter or murder? Was convicted of first-degree manslaughter in 2006 for the 2002 shooting death of a man named Lamont Robinson. He's not just that. So you have married somebody who's a murderer. He's accused of taking advantage of a woman sexually. You are standing in front of a man who is a convicted felon who has lost a civil lawsuit to a woman who claimed he R-worded her in the early 90s. This is who God is standing behind?
And okay.
Sorry.
Thank you.
The husband is not accused of that. The husband is accused of R-wording somebody. The brother is accused of being a pedo. I stand corrected.
On behalf of all the entrepreneurs in America, I'd like to thank you, Mr. President, because we create 72% of the jobs. Companies 5 to 500 employees, and all we care about is policy.
I do have a past, but I never murdered anybody. Everybody's past ain't equal to everybody's past. Now, maybe if I end up being convicted of manslaughter, we can come back and have this conversation. Maybe if I get convicted of taking advantage of somebody or lose a civil lawsuit to somebody who claimed I R-worded them in the 90s, we can have that. But everybody's past ain't equal. Maybe some traffic tickets. That's about it. Just saying, Deborah, I think that the reason that I take umbrage with what she's doing is Nicki Minaj is an influencer. Drake is an influencer. We're gonna get into that in a moment. So you have to separate your like of who they are as a person, how you feel about them with their music. You have to separate all those things from their behaviors. And when you see them choosing to influence the youth is where I step in. So, no, I'm not a murderer. No, I did not lose a case where I just recently assaulted a security guard and had to pay $500,000. We are not the same. But I digress. The issue that I'm having is she's definitely an influencer. Nicki Minaj has one of the largest social media platforms of any celebrity. I think she maybe put her own Instagram on pause, but she is an influencer. Drake is an influencer. So when I look at comments of kids in the chat who don't necessarily have knowledge of politics, but they see their favorite rallying behind somebody and they don't realize that there's something behind it. Anybody can go for whomever they want. This channel, I have been explicitly clear that who you vote for is who you vote for. However, you have to find fault with somebody who gets a quid pro quo. Nicki Minaj is not a person who can vote, but she is a person who can influence. So what happens? You take a situation where people are getting drugged out of this country. People are dying while they are protesting for the rights of people to stay in this country, whether it is legally through asylum or, illegal immigrants do get deported. That's not the point. This woman has come on. She has been rich for a very long time and did not do anything to get her citizenship. So she then befriends Trump does a speech or two, and now this multi-million-dollar Trump card that says, because you are rich, you deserve to be in this country. This is your get out of jail free card. I'm going to gift this to you because the benefit I'm getting is you are influencing your fans that I'm not the devil. Tell me when I'm wrong. And I am a Nicki Minaj fan. I'm not a Barb, but I definitely am a Nicki Minaj fan. But that doesn't mean I can't call out some fuck shit. And that's what this is. It doesn't matter. Whether it's approved or not is still a quid pro quo. You do this for me, I'm going to give this to you. So the argument is what I've been seeing in the chat is about Cardi and this and that. When Cardi does some shit, Cardi gets called out too. Just because you have a fave, whether it's Cardi, whether it's Meg, whether it's Drake, whether it's 50 Cent, whoever the hell it is, when you do some jacked up shit, you get called out. And if anybody can prove that there was a quid pro quo with Kamala and Biden and any of these other people, then I'm down to hear it and I'm down to have the discussion, because that is an issue. You should not be able to do something for the president and then I give you something directly in return. Am I crazy? Like, am I missing this? You can be a Nicki supporter. You can be a Trump supporter. We can go back and forth. We can debate, whatever the case may be. I don't really care. But in this situation, you have cozied up to the president and you are on your way, if this card gets approved, to getting citizenship for it. No rich person is above a normal person in this country. It shouldn't be that way. This is crazy. This is crazy. She's holding his gout hand. Y'all in all seen recently. Y'all have all seen recently his legs been ballooned up. He's probably ingesting too much salt. It is crazy work. She's not even something I cover. It is okay that Nicki Minaj chooses to be Republican. That is okay. But when it when you get somebody, can Nicki Minaj vote? Can Nicki Minaj vote? Can she register as a Republican? I'm just this is a fair question. Can Nicki Minaj vote? Can you be Catholic and not go through the steps to receive communion? No. Can you be a Republican and you can't even be registered to vote? So this is not about let me see hold on. Spiritual Gangster says, wait a minute, you calling us out our names. Do you not see them harming us citizens? This is bigger than immigrants. It's about majority, now the minority. Who's calling who names? You don't have to send another super chat. You can just put it, who's calling who names? I don't understand this one. Let me know in the comments what you are what you're getting at, because I don't understand. Yes, this is a quid pro quo. You guys remember that became a very big sentiment around the time of the first election, where there were indicators that there were some pay for play type scenarios going on with Trump and Russia. Additionally, we've now seen that emissaries went and reached out to Epstein to see exactly how they could get in Trump's good graces should he get the presidency. Those things should worry every goddamn citizen in America. I'm looking for your the lady you talking to. Oh wait, Nicki Minaj called us plantation heads? What? Wait, what? Like, in terms of like FBA's Foundational Black American, you're gonna have to send that to me. She called, are you saying Nicki Minaj called American blacks plantation heads? Or is somebody in the chat? It might be somebody in the chat. So we'll just keep monitoring your comments, spiritual gangster. Oh, Deborah. Oh, Deborah. What's going on, Deborah? I was about to say, I don't think Nikki jumped out there like that. Deborah called you plantation. Oh, so Deborah doesn't feel the foundational Black Americans, which you'll hear that term a lot. It just means people who can trace their lineage to actual slaves, which separates us from other people who may have similar skin tones or features, but can't trace their heritage to slavery and are in America. She can't vote, but she can donate big money and use her large platform to change the Trump narrative against her young following. Absolutely, 100%. It's all about influencing. And when y'all see what we see, when I tell you guys it's about Drake, you're gonna see exactly what I'm talking about. A Republican who can't vote. A Republican who can't vote is just a fan of Trump. That's a nasty hand. You don't even look happy. I would play this. I would play this for you, but they have her shit in the background, so I'm not trying to get struck.
I still love you, Mr. President. Where did that go, man? Good to see you. Great. See, they forgot I was here now. They came in for We still love you, Mr. President. Where did that go, man?
Oh, I can't play that. They're about to get me. I can't say that I'm disappointed. I can't say that I'm disappointed. I can just say I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised that doing what she's doing would potentially get her a fast track citizenship. For those people saying she's looking for a pardon, her husband can't be pardoned because he was not convicted of a federal crime. So that pardon won't ever happen. This lady's face took me out. It says West Virginia librarian arrested after being accused of trying to recruit people to kill Donald Trump via TikTok. Surely a sniper with a terminal illness can't be a big ask out of $343 million. Neighbors, get into this. A 39-year-old librarian has found herself in a world of trouble after posting a TikTok where authorities claim she was recruiting assassins to end Donald Trump's life. According to Fox News, Morgan Morrow was charged with one count of making a terroristic threat. Prior to her arrest, Morrow went viral for a very short video with the caption, "Surely a sniper with a terminal illness can't be a big ask out of $343 million." Let's see if we can find that video really quick. The comments ended up filled with names of other politicians and leaders that people dislike, causing the post to grow even further. Right before her arrest, Morrow's employer, the Jackson County Public Library, put out a statement denouncing her actions. The comments recently made by an employee do not reflect the mission, values, or standards of conduct of our organization. We take our responsibilities to the public and our supporters seriously and are committed to professionalism, respect, and integrity in all that we do. The views expressed are made in an individual capacity and do not represent the position of the organization. We are addressing the matter internally in accordance with our established policies and procedures. We remain committed to our mission and serving our community in a manner that upholds our core values. The fact that she had the audacity, the unmitigated gall to wear a skeleton sweater. It's crazy that people can really go into Congress with weapons, murder police officers, and get away with it. But this lady who makes a blanket statement on TikTok is going to be charged with the highest crime. You can't make this up. Let's see if we can find the video really quick. Oh, wait, she got a GoFundMe? I don't think anybody has. Oh, wait. Here comes the video.
You can. I did. People going, you can't say that. You can. I did. People going, you can't say that. You can. I did. People going, you can't say that. You can.
It's getting her tried. The tag says, surely a sniper with a terminal illness can't be asked out of 343 million. Am I missing something? I'm thoroughly confused. I thought this woman made a video where she was actually trying to recruit people to take him out. I really thought that that's what you were going to find. Is it a joke in poor taste? Yes, but I don't think this merits her going to prison.
People going, you can't say that.
Let me see what
you
her
can.
GoFundMe is.
I did. People going, you can't say that. You can. I did. People going, you can't say that. You can.
I don't think we have
I did.
Yet.
People going, you can't say that. You can.
I
did. People going, you can't say that. You can.
Y'all, that's crazy. I really thought that there was gonna be like something where she literally was like like a call to action. This is crazy. I don't see Trump's name either. I must have missed something. Now, somebody did say, please do Stephen Miller first. I don't see anything that would indicate that she was being specific about the president, but okay. Just like they were going to get Don Lemon, hopefully like it could ruin you. You saw what happened to Kathy Griffin when she took that picture with the decapitated head. That basically took Kathy Griffin out. So this lady's just a librarian, so it's not like she has a ton of money. That's crazy. That's absolutely crazy. I'll keep this up because we'll end with this with the. I think let's move to Bill Cosby. Okay. New legal documents reveal Bill Cosby admitted under oath that he refilled a prescription for Quaaludes 7 times with the intention of giving the pills to women in hopes of having sex with them, per TMZ. However, Cosby claims he never took a single pill himself. The admission comes via deposition, which is part of a lawsuit filed by Donna Motzinger, who claims Cosby gave her a pill she thought was aspirin. However, after taking it, she woke up the next day in her house wearing only her panties. Documents say Cosby received the prescription from a disgraced former gynecologist and Cosby's poker buddy, Dr. Leroy Amar, at a game hosted at Cosby's LA home before 1972. Reports show Dr. Amar's license was revoked in 1979. Cosby's trying to get Motzinger's lawsuit thrown out, but the woman is fighting back. Now, I think Cosby was like the first shoe to drop when the Me Too movement hit hard, but there were still so many people defending him. Let's see. It's the fact that you knew that Quaaludes, let's see what Quaaludes do to you. What would Quaaludes do to you sexually? Quaaludes, methaqualone, I think I pronounced that right, or I might have did it wrong, were popularly known in the 1970s as a lover's drug or heroin for lovers because they were believed to lower inhibitions, enhance sexual arousal, and heighten sensitivity. However, these effects were often accompanied by significant, paradoxical, or dangerous sexual and physical consequences. Increased arousal and decreased inhibitions. Users often reported feeling an intense euphoric or mellow high that reduced anxiety and made them feel more willing to engage in sexual activity, caused sexual dysfunction. Despite the reputation for increasing libido, methaqualone often caused impotence in men and made it difficult for users to achieve orgasm. So that makes it like a really perfect date RAPE drug, right? Because you're not taking it, but she's extra aroused. I'm not going to take it because I'm not going to be able to get up, but you're going to take it and you're going to be out of it. Because he said and he was very clear in that deposition, I don't take the shit. It made it difficult for men to achieve orgasm. Physical incapacitation. Because Quaaludes are a central nervous system depressant, they cause extreme muscle relaxation, making users feel floppy or like a silly putty. At higher doses, users may experience total loss of motor control, rendering them unable to move or to speak. So you're sleeping with a corpse. Memory loss and drowsiness. The drug acts as a sedative, hypnotic, often causing severe drowsiness, slurred speech, and memory loss. Use in sexual assault. Due to the combination of extreme sedation, lowered inhibitions, and amnesia, Quaaludes were often used to incapacitate victims, often referred to as date R-word drug. So what's the question? Because it sounds like you acknowledged that you were doing it. You know how rich Bill Cosby was? Do you know how important it was to see a successful doctor and a successful lawyer and the whole gambit of kids, like every color, who were happy and healthy and an upscale Black family was so important for the world to see. And people began to believe that Cosby was that character. And that's why they held on hope so long that he was not who he was not who we believed him to be. But he absolutely is the man who we believe him to be, and is trash. I don't know if some of you guys had seen this clip. Let's see.
Spanish Fly was the thing that all boys from age 11 on up to death, we will still be searching for Spanish Fly. That's right. And what was the old?
Did not give a damn. Does not give a good goddamn. You joking with Larry King? He looks like a Simpson character.
Old story was if you took a little drop, it was on the head of a pin. And you put it in a Coca-Cola. It don't matter. It doesn't make it, and the girl would drink it, and she's yours. Hello, America.
He do look like a Simpson character. He looks like the dude who had the bar. It was like Mo.
Put it in a Coca-Cola. It don't matter. It doesn't make it, and the girl would drink it, and she's yours. Hello, America.
They do get exposed. Weinstein is still in prison trying to say, I think he has cancer now and wants to get out. They do get exposed. But then you have people like Candace Owens, y'all's favorite, buddying up to Weinstein. Why aren't people more angry at that? Why is Candace Owens giving Weinstein space and time on her channel to persuade her audience of his innocence? Just saying. Let's move on to Drake. So Drake's is a little bit different. No, I want to move on to this first. There's a podcast out there, and I don't know if they paid the Neighborhood Talk to put this and promote them. I hadn't heard about this. I don't know if she trolls to get attention, but let's look at this really quick before we move on to Drake and what he's doing to these children.
Black women are lazy.
Wow. Black women lazy? I don't understand. What do you mean by that?
A lot of black women are lazy. A lot of, and I can't say a percentage number because, you know, I'm no statistic or analytical person, but a lot of black women want to either be taken care of, want to remain on Section 8 in public assistance, or are comfortable being a CNA with the W-2 position, right? And not all, because there are black. Okay, you know, they're not all. They're not all.
There'll be a lot of black CNAs that get offended with you saying, with you turning your nose up at CNA. I'm just letting you know.
Because I'm not wiping no shit for $18 an hour. And they're proud of that. Girl, I make $21 an hour. $800 a week. What the fuck?
Who is this lady? Who is this lady? It speaks to the fact that everybody has a podcast now. And if you go out of your way to troll, you get attention. So I was like, okay, Neighborhood Talk posted her. Let me go and look and see who this woman is. So I went to their podcast. They have 150,000 people. But look at some of the stuff that she says.
Suck dick as good as this bitch does. So I'm not really good at that. Now, if I'm fucked up or whatever the hell, maybe I can, turn the fuck up. But that's not really what I'm good at. So if I know Keisha over here.
You eat a mean ass.
I damn sure do that. I damn something.
Now, look. We all go through things. You did not just put down your own sisters, because she seemingly is a black woman. She put down her own sisters, but she only has the first 3 teeth on that side of her mouth. The rest of the upper teeth are gone. So if you are putting down somebody who has a $21 or $18 an hour job and you are wildly successful, where's your dental implants? You know, sometimes you might be missing a side tooth. Maybe you're missing one side tooth. I've never seen anybody talk shit about how much somebody else makes and you are missing 3 teeth all right there. You got basically the Nene teeth before the money hit. Remember when Sheree said you ate all the rest of your teeth? That's what this is giving. You just tried to demolish black women with no side teeth.
I damn sure.
Maybe it's all the ass eating. Maybe the ass she's eating ain't the asses she should be eating. I'm not gonna lie though, her faces are hilarious to me. But you really can't be talking about people's money missing that many teeth. Shit happens. Dental bills are expensive, but that's crazy. I don't even know what to make of that. I just had to throw that in there. I had to throw that in there. Drake. So Drake is a little bit more challenging. Everybody's been talking about Drake and his lawsuit with Kendrick Lamar, but I think the more insane situation with Drake is similar to what I was saying is my issue with Nicki Minaj. Drake is an influencer. It's not just the duck lips. It's not just the music. Drake makes a lot of his money from influencing. And unfortunately, he's making a lot of his money influencing children to gamble. So there is a site, an app called Stake, which wasn't even the biggest online gambling casino. But what Stake did was see people like Aiden Ross and Drake as potential influencers to get people right at the age of 18 into gambling. But let me tell you how crazy this is. Let me tell you how crazy this is. So if you've ever watched, I'm guilty of watching online gamblers, 100%. But the people I watch are more like normal. What is her name? Like Stacy Slots or something like that. I really like her, but she's a normal person. She's a business owner. Her and her husband gamble, but they are a couple of a certain age and they let you know this is all our money. What Drake is doing is saying, I'm going to be I hit 2 million tonight on this one bet. So you have all these little kids who are watching Drake stream and win. And so at 18 in America, you can legally gamble. So what do? They go online and gamble with the thought of, okay, well, Drake won 2 million a day. He lost $1 million the next day. He won 3 million the next day. It is a pipeline for young people to gamble. But you know what this ninja was doing? He wasn't actually gambling real money. He was telling them that I'm gambling real money, but the entire time where your children are watching him for hours stream and gamble, it's not real money. He's making money from Stake because he is bringing people into the horde of gamblers right at the age of 18. But it's not real money. And to be honest with you, let me see if I can pull up some of Drake's wins. Let me see. I didn't even know that there was a space for people to be like, oh, you know, I just won $2 million here and I'm going back online tomorrow and I'm going to gamble another $2 million. I didn't even know that stuff really existed, because the stuff that I watch, I used to watch this lady called Peach McIntyre up until I found out about all the other stuff going on with her. But she was just a lady. She I remember her talking about utilizing YouTube and all of these things to get off of Section 8 and get off government assistance. And now she had a gambling channel where she made money. So you rooted for her initially. But let me see. Biggest stake wins. He's betting $750.
Take it. Profit.
His balance is 4.4 million in the thing. So you're thinking, okay. Yeah, she does have 11 kids.
Little profit.
Yeah.
You can sing it if you want. Profit.
Yeah.
How much was his little profit?
Take it.
Total win, $351,000.
We're gonna do a bonus hunt.
Yeah, we gotta do a bonus hunt together on your stream for sure.
On my stream?
Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta join mine, man.
I mean,
it could
always
be.
Waiting. I'm in my kitchen waiting every day. For the invite.
Yeah. Oh,
Okay.
Lenny.
Lenny, wow.
That's it.
Yeah.
Total win, $108,000. Total win, $126,000. Look at how excited he is for this total win, y'all.
Oh, it is. Okay.
Okay.
Last, but it's.
Yeah.
Come on.
Okay.
All right. All right.
We see where it's going. Yeah. We see where it's going. Please. We need it. Yes.
Lenny, but
That's big. That's big.
there's no premiums there, man. It's Queen Jack's Kings. And no.
So kids literally are watching this. I talk all the time about pipelines, and 2020 was a pipeline for kids to be, or isolationism caused a pipeline for kids to start watching Andrew Tate. Who was that gay man who ended up having sex with that Latin woman who died while he was inside her, and then found out that she was a nurse who he had paid, but he said all of those fat women couldn't get. Remember, he was like, "You're fat, you can't get a man. You're fat, you can't get a man. What are you? You fat, you're a two." What was his name? He was a skinny little older gay dude who liked to wear fanny packs and pouches, but he used to tell men how to be men. Kevin Samuels. Yes, all of that isolationism caused the youth to get on TikTok, to get on these streaming apps, and to really be influenced by people like Drake. And this is why.
Still pays.
Stream sitting down.
I know.
Because on the streams, I'm
signing profit.
Oh, take
Profit. I wouldn't.
Do you see what I mean? This man was lying to all of these kids. You know how easy it is to get addicted to online gaming when it's right there and you don't have nobody to stop you. You just put your card in and you start playing, and you really think that this nigga is playing his own money. So you're playing right along with him. And they even set up things so that you could play with him. So it would be quote unquote like sharing of the wins. Somebody said Kevin Samuels not gay. I don't know what he is, but I do know that he liked a purse. Let me see if that picture is still there. Kevin Samuels was a grifter, and he opened the door for a lot of misogynistic men and women who played and grifted on young minds. I'll never forget being on an airplane, and there was a younger guy sitting next to me. I was going back to New York to cover the Diddy trial. And he asked me about what model of watch I had. And I told him or whatever. And I kind of gave him the story about how my mom had given me that watch and didn't even know it was like a real, Rolex. She gave me a beat up old watch, but it ended up being a real Rolex with a real movement and everything. And I wear that as like my everyday watch because my mom gave it to me. I had it rehabbed. Well, we were talking about that, and I can't remember how he got on who he used to watch. And I'll say he might have been around 26, 27. I think he was like an engineer. And I asked him about, I think it was like Andrew Tate. And he said, I used to watch Andrew Tate. I used to watch Kevin Samuels. And when he said Kevin Samuels, I was like, well, can you kind of explain to me why you watched him? And he said, at the time, I wasn't a confident dude. And he, through his tips, not only made me feel confident, but at the time, I didn't realize he was actually making me look down on women. So it wasn't like I was being more confident. The idea was I was looking at women as less than myself. So it made it easier for me to talk to them. And I said, God damn. And he said, I said, so can you explain to me why you left? Because he was like, it was hard. I was watching all of these people all the time. And it really was getting me into the mindset that I'm better than the woman and the woman. And I said, what, you found the right girl? I said, let me guess. You found a girl who you were attracted to who didn't play any of that shit. And he said, absolutely. I found a girl who I felt equal to. And when I tried to use some of the shit that I had learned from them, it didn't work. So in order to save my relationship, I started talking and treating her like an equal, and I'm more than likely going to marry this girl. But he was a very young man who wasn't really getting any play. Nobody was really doing anything because it was 2020 and it was the perfect storm. So I say all that to say, you really can mess up kids if you promote something. Technically, you can't even vote, but you are promoting Trump. You are taking kids at 15 and 16, and as soon as they turn 18, they're going to gamble because they saw Drake doing it. Like, it is L after L for Young Money. Wayne can't remember his lyrics. Minaj married a man guilty of manslaughter, a man accused, he was convicted of RAPE. Like, and now you are saying Trump is the best president. Meanwhile, approving him getting rid of immigrants while you are an immigrant. Am I missing something? I really do feel like I'm missing something. Not Nicki got cloned. Kevin Samuels was an old, insecure man. I mean, but there are so many offshoots of Kevin Samuels. There are so many offshoots of Kevin Samuels' presence today. I'm glad that some people are seeing it, but Andrew Tate has a lot of followers. Again, that's also a man that y'all's favorite Candace Owens has promoted, who is being accused of multiple R words where he would beat the shit out of the woman as he was sleeping with them. People really got to start asking yourself, can you separate the music or whatever the celebrity's doing from their behavior? Because if you don't, and you look at Nicki's behavior of getting a potential green card for speaking for Trump, that's dangerous. And every immigrant who is scared should be pissed. Just saying. I don't know. I'm not disappointed at this point. It does feel like the Hunger Games. It feels like the rich are getting richer. They don't really care about us, but then they make us believe that they care about us. So then we follow them and do whatever they do. Kim Kardashian is no fool, but you literally have 9 different stores being opened in Israel because that's your investors. Meanwhile, you are speaking out about how horrible it was that Armenia, your dad's home country, went through a genocide. Just saying. Somebody said Miss Mims 3, happy birthday. I'm definitely gonna be celebrating my birthday all week because this was not it. This was not it. The weather people really screwed me. Excuse me. Well, yeah, happy early birthday, Miss Mims 3. Anyway, I gotta run. Thank you so much. I think this has motivated me to do my best tomorrow to put out the Candace Owens video. I've had enough. And if we're talking about pipelines for children and youth and the Charlie Kirk and the Erica Kirk and all of this bullshit, I think it's time. What I will say is I'm probably going to have to spend most of the day piecing together that video. So I would ask that when it drops, you watch it live. It's going to be a pre-recorded video. I think I'm at the point where it's time to dig into Candace Owens. So please watch it at the time it drops. I got to run. Thank you guys for being here. I'm a little heated. I don't like when people like really play in children's faces because that's what it's about. This is about using her influence to influence young voters, even though she can't vote. And that's a problem. Have a good one.